Okay. Week nine. Can you believe it? Week 9 already. Dad Club Gaming. Uh, Week 9, episode 9 of Building Character. One of your hosts, Caesar RE, as always. Here with Black Hack 2K over there. I'm always bad at this. The backwards camera.
For
And
my
then this,
screen
yeah,
now.
right. And this week, we have DVD player without the E, Will, down in the bottom. So, Will, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Um, so normally, I don't know if you've caught these in the past, but we just do like a real quick brief intro before we kind of jump into just whatever topics we get into, wherever we go on it. So, you give the people a little intro on yourself so we know who we're talking to.
Yeah, so my name is Will. I've been playing video games for a long time. It's kind of my getaway. Overall, I mean, I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years, got out, went to school, and I actually work as a respiratory therapist now. So I work in a hospital overnights, 12-hour shifts, and I manage ventilators for people who can't breathe on their own.
Nice. Yeah, I think I stopped into your stream last week, right? And I was talking to you a little bit about it. You were playing Dead by Daylight, and I was asking you, and you were telling me what you did now and all that kind of stuff. And then I started giving you a hard time. I think about like helping people and then just slaughtering all of them with that giant axe you were playing with. It was crazy. But no, that's awesome. And so I think you're coming over from Black Hack's server, right? You found Black Hack. Now, how'd you find Black Hack? How long Black has he been in your stream kind of deal?
Say, to my best guesstimate, probably pushing 3 weeks now.
Yeah,
It
it hasn't been too long.
And how'd you find him? Just on Twitch or TikTok?
I found him on TikTok.
Yeah, seems like that's where everybody's finding people these days, huh?
TikTok's the shit, man.
Yeah.
People don't give it enough credit.
No, I started TikTok, just kind of scrolling through it and stuff, and ended up making a couple videos. And my wife was traveling for some stuff going on, and she had stayed at a hotel. And the hotel, something happened, and they charged us 150 times for her stay. So they charged us $165 150 times, and it ended up overdrawing my account by 20 grand. And so I took a video of my account. I scrolled down, and you couldn't see any information about it, just the charges and the amount.
Yeah.
And that video on TikTok got 38K views.
Holy.
For like no reason.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it all got fixed. There was no issue. But I woke up one morning and was like, why is my account negative $20,000?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it, right?
Yeah.
So it was easy to resolve, I'm hoping, afterwards.
Yeah. I called the hotel, and they said that they'd look into it on their end. I talked to the bank. They said they'd look into it on their end, and it all got resolved in a day.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Wow.
Good thing you were tracking it, right, and monitoring it. It could have been for a little while. Because then the next thing that's happened is you have those auto pays come up, right? And then they're starting to take from things that aren't there, and now it's like you're getting charged for, late payments and things like that, all because of this one incident. It would just been a nightmare.
Yeah.
But hey, it got you 38,000.
I've got a good bank,
views.
so
yeah. Where do you bank at?
I use USAA.
Okay. Nice.
So.
Nice.
I've actually been thinking about switching everything to primarily PayPal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. just switching entirely to PayPal because I have 2 PayPal accounts. I have my business account and I have my personal account. Both of them have debit cards.
Okay.
And I've been seriously debating just getting rid of my main bank account and just sticking all with PayPal. Just
And
because of their
what's
customer service.
okay. Yeah, I still don't have a PayPal. PayPal's been out for how long? I still don't have a PayPal. I don't
use it
have
for
I don't have a
everything.
Venmo, right? Like all that
I don't have Venmo.
third party cash management type deal. I don't know, man. I just don't know if I really like the idea of sharing all that out with those things, even though I know a lot of it's secure, right? But it's just one of those things. It's a hesitation I have being in software development. I kind of know how easy it is for a bug to get out there that like I worry about that in those third party things. So I primarily do my cash transfers through my bank, which is PNC, and they have like a third party that they work with, but it's built into PNC. So I know I could always go to PNC if I had trouble, right?
Yeah.
Usually get solved, but that's crazy.
I pay rent. I do everything with PayPal.
Yeah. Now, Will, I saw is those gerbils or hamsters? What you got back there?
Rats.
Nice. Okay, that was actually when the one stood up. I was about to say that because it looked like it didn't have the bigger head. It looked like it had a smaller head. My wife, before I met her, had a pet rat before, a white one like that. It's cool.
Yeah, we've got 6. There's actually 7 in there right now. One of them's one of my wife's friends. Rats.
Oh wow!
Just come over to hang out.
Yeah.
Do they know? Do they know it's a pandemic and they can't be within 6 feet of each other?
I mean,
they're in the bubble, right? They're in the bubble.
Yeah, they're fine. We took them to the beach with us today, actually.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Where do you live, Will?
I live in San Diego.
Oh, nice, dude. I was out San Diego 2019. Fucking feels like forever ago after 2020, but my buddy got married at the Botanical Gardens actually.
Okay.
So I flew in from my hometown outside of Pittsburgh, but he met a girl who's from there, and I flew into San Diego and stayed in Oceanside, a little north.
Okay.
Is it botanical?
Botanical Gardens? Whatever you want to say. Tomato.
Tomato.
Okay.
Potato.
I just don't know because I
honestly don't know either, but I didn't think I'd be corrected live on stream.
I don't know the difference.
Whatever.
I don't
either. It's probably botanical. I don't know what you.
He lives there.
Oh, but that doesn't mean he's.
They exist everywhere.
Yeah.
I think most people say botanical, but
it's probably botanical. It's
I
probably
have no
botanical.
idea.
Okay?
I've heard it both ways. So
put a poll up there.
So
Black.
I don't know.
Put a poll up. No, so I went to a Padres game and I went to an Angels game. I didn't make it to a Dodgers game, but it was kind of cool to be out there, and that's the first time I've been to California, so tried to hit up as much as I could.
There's a lot out here.
Do you do any golfing?
Not really.
No, I just see you with the Adidas polo on, so I didn't know if that was a golf polo or not. The only reason I asked because I golfed when I was out there.
So yeah. So before I graduated school and got my job at the hospital, I worked at Best Buy.
Nice.
I actually got this for being employee of the month at Best Buy.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
what did you do at Best Buy?
I worked in computer sales.
Nice. So you're the guy everybody needs to come to when they have questions about what they should get, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I've been building them for a long time too. So
yeah, you were saying that the other day when I was in your stream. I think you were saying that. I think somebody else was asking you some questions and you were rattling off some things. It's cool.
Yeah, my mom worked for IBM for a long time.
Nice.
And she was a computer teacher for quite some time as well.
Nice.
She recently retired. She's been just kind of hanging out, still lives in Georgia.
Yeah. Was she hardware or software for IBM?
I don't remember. It was before I was born.
Gotcha.
Back in the 80s.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was IBM was like my in college, it was career day and go talk to the different recruiters, and one of them was IBM, and I just remember being like, here's my resume, I'm a senior, here's my resume, and here's my GPAs on it, right? And he's like, do you want to go co-op this summer and go into the next semester? I'm like, I mean, I kind of I want to graduate on time. I want to get out of here with 4 years, and I don't think I'll be able to do that taking a semester off. Well, with this GPA, you're gonna need a co-op because an internship's just not gonna do it for you. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take an interview. All right, he forced me into the interview. The next day, I met with a different guy, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't really want this job. So do you want to talk about something else? We just talked about football or something. It was just hilarious because like the first guy just like twisted my arm, and I didn't know how to say no to him, and I'm like, okay.
I
And I
hate
go
when
and
people do that.
yeah,
They
I'm
like,
just
they
like,
like try to force you into stuff.
yeah, I'm like, why do you want me if I'm hesitant, right? If I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't really want to co-op, like, you know, I'm not really interested. It was in North Carolina, right? And I'm from Pittsburgh, and it was like my summer before graduating, right? And I wanted to see all my people I graduated high school with before I knew I would eventually probably move, right? So if
Yeah.
I go do a co-op that summer, I don't see anybody. So I turned down a couple things that were away to take like a smaller gig close by. All panned out. So, but that's cool. I'll definitely hit you up when I have more questions about my computer because it's still giving me trouble here and there. You know,
All right.
I got a pre-built though. I just got whatever.
I did too. My last one was.
Yeah. I mean, I just did it. Black, I heard you ranting yesterday about pre-builts being fine because like you were talking about the whole Kenny thing and everything and iBuy Power like hooking him up.
Yeah.
I've had no problem with the pre-built except the fact that I don't know enough, right? Like I'm a software guy, not a hardware guy. I
Yeah.
don't know enough about the hardware pieces to be able to say this should 100% work. And this is like I can try to solve the software issue, I can't solve the hardware one. And I just the wait with the runaround of like, hey, is this a problem or not a problem? I just wish I would have built it so I would have forced myself to learn, right? Okay, this is what
Yeah.
I want. This is what I need. And then from there, I would have been able to make those decisions. Right now, I'm kind of at the mercy of who put it together. So
Yeah, because you're still under warranty.
I'm still under warranty. So it's like, you don't want to bust that warranty, but you know, dude, you know, I sent it back and it was gone for 2.5 weeks and all they did was a Windows install. You know,
Yeah.
and I told them, hey guys, I did that. Like, please don't
Yeah.
just do a window install and send it back. And they're like, well, just test it. And if it's got a problem, send it back. I'm like, well, you have it. Like, why do I have to keep sending this thing back and forth? So I'm
Yeah.
going to end up going to Micro Center probably and just talking them through like, hey, this is what I have in it. Should this be able to support it? And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to be like, okay, I need a new part. And that's just going to be the deal. Like something.
Yeah, no, mine, when I got mine, I plugged it all up and everything. Tried to turn it on. Nothing.
Oh, that's what I heard you saying. Yeah. In your thing.
It took about 3 weeks. Got it back finally. Got it
Actually,
all
you
set
know what
up
it
and
was? I was
fine.
reading. It was your chats during they were debugging Kenny, right? I think you were chatting there. Yeah, that's where I was reading it. Cool.
I tried
Cool.
everything with Kenny.
Dude,
Like,
I've never seen so much
everything.
desperation out of you, you know, live on stream.
Because like it was pissing me off that I couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
But we ended up calling iBuy Power and they were like, horizontal lines? Yeah, we're just gonna send you out a new GPU.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Hopefully Kenny wasn't mad at me, but I had to bust his chops a little bit, man. He wanted the life and he got the life, you know? And so I had to bust him a little bit.
And I told him, dude, like you're
gonna
a
have
PC,
this
it's
issue. You're gonna
going to
have it.
happen.
It's gonna happen. Like
Oh,
that's
You
the,
got it out of the way now.
I mean, that's the problem. Like, so I've enjoyed switching to PC, right? I was a console player all my life. I've enjoyed switching to PC for a number of reasons. I hate the idea of the issues, right? And I know I didn't have those issues with my PS4, my PS3, like anything for years. And it's because it's stock builds, right? It's this, they're building the same thing every single time. When you get these these PCs, you're not getting the same thing most of the time, right? It's like a slightly different part. You're not buying them just like mass production. So unless you're getting like the, you know, Dell laptops or something like that, and then you're probably going to get a better build out of that because it's the same thing mass produced.
It's like we were explaining to people, you know, buying a pre-built right now is the only way to go if you want a 30 series graphics card because of all the scalping.
Yeah.
You know,
I was looking at it, it's like people are charging $3,000 for those things.
Yeah, you can buy a pre-built for $3,000 that has that in 3090.
Yeah.
What if it was all of the building companies who bought them all up? And they're just like, Nah, sorry, you have to buy a pre-built. Can't build your own now. Like you
That's
thought you could
funny.
get away from us. No, we're gonna force them to you now. It's probably
That's
what
funny.
it is, Cool. So Will, do you want to tell everybody a little bit more about Dead by Daylight who hasn't found it a lot? It seems like that's your game. Is that your game?
Yeah, I think that's my go-to right now. I enjoy playing with other people that I know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that's a big
feel
thing
that.
for me.
Does it matter the
So
game then, or is it like you prefer playing that game, or is it just you prefer playing with a group of people?
I prefer playing with a group of people, but Dead by Daylight's been my thing because, I mean, like I said, dvdplayr, he's been my friend for 16 years now. And we started off playing RuneScape together. He got me into that. And we don't live near each other anymore. He still lives back in Georgia and I live out in Cali. So it's kind of how we spend time together.
Yeah, for sure. I completely relate with that because since high school, I've played Modern Warfare 2, right? Onwards, Call of Duty every year, and it's been a routine. When I was in college and all my friends were still back in my hometown, and then now I live out near Philadelphia and they're back by Pittsburgh, and that's when I talked to them. And we played Fortnite for a while together. I think they got bored of it and now switched to what it really was I switched to PC on and my skill got way better for Fortnite than what I could on PS4, and they weren't able to keep up, and it started to get super like frustrating for them. The same way it's frustrating for me playing COD with them because they're so much better of COD players than I am. But I go play COD every once in a while because I want to play with them. Black's not worth it for me, so I won't play COD with him. But right, Black.
I'm fine with that.
Black wanted to play COD with me up until the point that he realized I was trash at the game, and now he's like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't want to play with you anymore."
It's not the fact that you're trash. It's the fact that you play on console and you turn off crossplay.
Well, no, I can play on my PC, and I would play on my PC, but I was trash on my PC, and you hated it. Just admit it.
I had higher expectations because I had watched you play COD.
I don't know what the fuck you were watching. You must have been watching one of my teammates when I was dead.
You were dropping like 5-6 kills a game. That's not bad.
This guy
for someone that's like starting. Your COD is not your main game, bro.
We'll pass by that. We'll pass by that game.
Whatever. We get in this argument.
So we'll get into it another day. So Will, is this your son? How many kids do you have, Will?
3.
So this is one of your son. Is this what oldest, youngest, middle?
Youngest.
Nice. So say hello. Say hello. Hi. How old's your oldest?
16.
And how old's this guy?
7.
Nice. And your middle one?
11.
Nice. Cool. I gotta switch your role in the Dad Club Gaming to parent. For a while there, I had as father was the role, and I'm like, as we get more females in the Dad Club Gaming, I'm gonna be a little bit better and just do parent. That way, I don't have to then ask, mother, father, whatever. So
yeah,
cool. So what's your take on being a dad? You got one getting ready to become an adult.
It's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I love it. I love my kids.
He's like whispering little secrets.
Oh. He's telling me to mute the mic real quick. Hold on.
Oh, go ahead. He's trying to be off camera too. He's telling secrets.
Dude, I was making a TikTok earlier. My daughter come in and she's like, "Dad, can I be on the camera?" It's like, yes.
Was it the TikTok where you were turned around singing the song?
Yes, it was that. I have a version of it with my daughter. I told everyone that I would upload it at 10.
I've been dying with that.
It was fun, dude.
I watched Black play garbage. That's what Sergeant Sirius said in chat. I'm missing some chats
So
here.
what I was gonna say, Caesar, you should play with black and just have black be on controller.
Oh, dude, you should have seen it the other day. It was
Oh,
bad.
right. That was the channel points,
It
right?
was
Like,
so bad.
No, that was the gifted the night
Yeah.
Oh,
that
okay,
he was
okay.
trying to help
It was
Kenny out.
so bad. Oh my god.
So I was playing on my Xbox controller the day that Black wanted me to play, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll play. Just I'm not going to be that good. He thought I was memeing him because, like he said, he saw me playing. He thought I was better, but I was playing console, not against PC people, right?
What's up, Crabby?
So I started playing, and I bought an Xbox controller so I could play some of my PC games that I would prefer to play on controller, like PGA Tour, Rocket League, those type of things. And so I'm playing on it for the first time on an Xbox controller, and I've never played Xbox controller in my life, right? And I just kept mistakenly hitting the wrong, like just the buttons were off for my hand, and I kept hitting the wrong one, and I kept fucking up, so I'm like stuck there getting shot at. But
I was throwing knives when I was trying to melee.
Melee? Is it melee or melee?
It's melee, but I say melee.
Okay, well I say fucking botanical gardens then.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
fine.
you, bro. Nice guy said happy early birthday DVD. So that's another topic here. Your birthday is tomorrow, so you know, I don't really have an order to how people sign up. It's like, hey, let's sign up. I don't have a lot of people on the list, so let's just move people around as they come up. And I know when you said your birthday's tomorrow, I was like, yeah, absolutely, get in here. So you said you're gonna spend the day with your family. Do you guys have any plans?
Not really. I mean, we just kind of do what we feel like. That's the nice thing about San Diego. We got the beach right there. We went to the beach today for a while, hung out. We've got the desert not too far away. We've got mountains not too far away.
Yeah.
We go camping every once in a while too.
Nice.
It's a beautiful area.
And how far are you off the beach? Are you walkable distance to the beach or a drive?
No, I live. So you were in Oceanside.
Yeah.
I live about 30-minute drive inland from Oceanside.
Yeah. So do you know where? Have you ever heard of what's their last name? God damn, it's a flower. I can't remember what her last Milano's flowers. You ever hear of that?
No.
I think they're like. I found this out when I got out there that my buddy, his now wife, her family. Oh, nice! Look at that guy.
This is a rat. What is not actually ours. Someone
that's
it's right in our rat thing.
Nice. That's the visitor. That's the guest rat.
Yep.
Their family, I guess, does. Oh, nice. He's all right.
Oh, that's cool though.
Yeah.
It's like a little carry case.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what we took him to the beach.
Let's go to school.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
She's outside.
someone put this rat I'm putting up right now in the cage with them.
Oh my god.
This is the imposter.
That's the imposter.
Everyone vote ready.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, he's obsessed with games too. So I play with him quite a bit. We play Among Us and a little bit of Fortnite. So
dude, keep an eye out. I can add you as an imposter role as well. I've been trying. I had it as a break right now because I had to get my PC back, but I try to get a group of people to play in that Dad Club server on Thursdays.
Okay.
Thursdays, I try to put it in there, and if people can join, then we do it. This past week, we only got a couple people. But I'll add you as an imposter role, so people just tag imposters, and if you follow that channel, you can jump in if you want. Your son, too. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I was saying is they own some flower plant, and so their house, they owned like a condo on the beach, but their house was inland, probably like where you're talking, might be pretty close to where you guys are at. Are you guys like kind of mountainous area there?
No, not really.
No?
I
not
live
mountains,
in
but
Escondido.
hilly. Oh. What was it?
Escondido.
Okay. I want to say that's where she's from. Is there like, maybe I shouldn't call it mountains. Probably should call it hills, right?
See a Fortnite gun in the background?
Yeah, there's a Fortnite gun in the background.
Yes, it is.
There's a loot llama.
He's got a loot llama too, buddy. See
And
that?
there's a loot llama over here.
I barely see that.
There's a loot llama there too.
They're everywhere.
I can see that one, but not.
I got another.
Is,
I got another
it
one.
has no pimples.
I got another
It
one over
has
here
no
too.
Pimples.
I got another one over here.
Some llamas have like
Pupils?
I'm
He's
so
saying
jealous of
pimples,
Caesar's
and he means
cams.
pupils.
Why are you jealous of my cams?
They look really good.
pupils.
I literally have Logitechs. Like you have a fucking your DLS, like whatever they are, DRS,
said it right.
you know, whatever they are. You know, I'm doing that on purpose, by the way.
Yeah, but they look good. Like if
Thanks,
you go
bro.
back to the other camera, you can't even tell.
Tell what? What am I looking at?
My
Like-
only issue is I have no lights.
Sure.
So I only have one camera, sorry.
No,
This
you're fine.
this is what I'm looking at. I have no lights or anything.
Yeah, I only
help
have
light
this.
up
I
my
bought
face.
this. I bought this one little cheap one from like Walmart or something because I realized, and now I'm talking to my back, so hold on. I realized that I wear hats all the time. I like wearing hats. So my
Yeah.
face was super dark without it, right, with the camera. And I have to say a secret here with the two, you said the two cameras.
This
One
is
I
not a
bought.
mellow yellow.
No, that's not a million. One I bought with my Blue Yeti, and I got a bundle that was fucking insane from Best Buy. It was like $116 for a Blue Yeti and a Logitech, right?
That's
Yeah.
what I did.
Yeah.
I got that as well. It wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, I got it
And
like
so yeah, I
last
have the
year.
T922.
Yep.
And then I gave my son the Blue Yeti when
Nice.
I got it set up.
Right, the XL. Yeah. No, it makes sense. I got that as a bundle on sale or whatever through Google Shopping, but I can't take credit because my other one, when work said, "Hey, you got to work remotely," right? They're like, "We're allowing you to get certain things." So I got a monitor for work. It's not, it's a 68 hertz monitor, but I got another of these cameras because I was tired of unplugging and plugging in my work camera for the purpose of work. Now, if I can have a 2-camera setup, I'll more than happy switch it back and forth. You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
I actually had to buy another camera just for today. Because
I mean,
I
you
don't
didn't
want
have to,
softer. No, okay. So like my
You didn't
thing
have
is
to.
my stream rig is already running as much stream crap as it can. And look, my stream rig has a 9700K with a 2070 Super. And I know for a fact if I run any more software on it, I'm going to start dropping frames.
This man just called out my PC and basically said that's why you're dropping frames. That's what he just said. Man, every time you find a way. You said 9700K with a 2070 Super.
And 16 gigs of RAM. That's
It's
my
exactly
stream rig.
it's exactly what's in my my fucking computer, bro. Like you know this, and you're saying it as a
just
slight.
dawned on
Uh-huh.
me.
Whatever,
Oh
man.
my
It's okay. It's
God,
always the case. All right. Anyway, we got sidetracked a little bit. Sorry, that was probably my fault. But you were talking about Dead by Daylight, and you mentioned CD player and your DVD player. So how'd you guys come up with those names? Like where did it come from?
Night
So it was
Kubota.
actually his name first.
Okay.
He's had that since we played RuneScape together.
Okay.
And I couldn't think of anything for quite a while and decided to just go with it.
Yeah.
We've been best friends for a very long time. His dad helped me fix my car when I got into a car accident when I was 17. My dad, so I had mentioned also my dad passed away 11 years ago now. He had cancer for a very long time, and he passed away in 2010. So I actually dropped out of school to take care of him and everything, and CD player actually showed up to my dad's funeral.
He's got all the secrets.
He does,
Okay.
man.
So he showed up and he was not religious at all. He never really went to church or anything. I grew up relatively religious, but not, going all the time. And him showing up meant a lot to me.
Sure.
I was 16. My dad died March 7th. And my birthday is March 14th. So he died exactly 7 days before my birthday. Which was hard as a 16, almost 17-year-old kid. But he got diagnosed with the cancer when I was in 6th grade. So it was difficult, but it was definitely something that helped me kind of transition into manhood.
Sure.
Yeah.
I dropped out of school, took care of him for a few months, and then went back to school, and things just kind of worked out. And once I graduated high school, I joined the Marine Corps. I was in the Corps for 4 years, like I said. I was infantry, stationed at Camp Pendleton. Did a lot of fun stuff. I got to go down to Coronado and train near where the SEALs train. For being a coxswain, which is basically we drive the boats, the Zodiacs, and got to do that. Did some pretty cool like mount training, which is like urban tactics, kicking down doors, stuff like that. Black, my son says he sees you. He's got his eye on you. Got to do that type of stuff and have some fun. I deployed twice on the 31st MEU. Went out to Australia, Korea, Japan, the Philippines, Thailand. So got to do a lot of traveling.
You're comparing your Twisted Tea to his squirt. Yeah. So you're back to back now with Vibrant, right? Vibe is a Marine. So we went back to back Marines, couple, early on in these sessions, we went back to back Army. So now we got a couple Army, couple Marine. I'd love, we talked about possibly doing reunions at some point, right? Like I'm thinking now BB signed up in the future and he's Navy, active Navy. So like that actually is coming to be like, hey, maybe that'd be a good thing so we can have that kind of conversation. Being somebody who's, I didn't serve at all in any military. My father and mother did not. My grandparents did, because we're talking like when you had, you were
when you didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, you're going, right? And then
hey, guess what? Here you go.
Yeah, but then my in-laws, right? Both my in-laws both were in. One was Navy, one was Air Force. But it would be, that's actually clicking for me. Like we should do that as we get more of these variety, and have conversations around that. That would be cool.
Yeah.
This man must know Caesar's KD in the back.
Was he L dancing right now?
Yeah, he was.
So that's a big thing. And part of why I really wanted to kind of get out there is working in the hospital, especially being the trauma center that I work at, is like the trauma center for the Pendleton area. So whenever you have a young Marine commit suicide or, shoot themselves or do something like that, they end up coming to us.
Oh, okay.
And so I've taken care of quite a few of those. And I try to, being somewhat involved in the military community still, I try to kind of talk to the people who found them maybe, and things like that, and talk to them and let them know, it's not your fault. There's a lot of signs that a lot of people miss.
Sure.
And it's hard. And that's another reason when I was in, I tried to kill myself too.
Oh man.
and I was able to get the help that I needed. I'm still getting help, now. And I think being able to kind of bring my story and be like, hey, look, things get better.
Sure.
And life's hard, but you gotta keep pushing.
Yeah.
And,
No.
and so for me, being military and everything, I want to be there because it's hard when you get out. You don't know what you're doing.
Sure.
Because when you're in the military, you know what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're told from day one, hey, this is you.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing. And then you get out and you don't know what your direction is anymore. And that's difficult.
No, I mean that makes a ton of sense, right? Like a lot of the times, I mean, I know it from not being in, trying to make those decisions all the time and constantly. It's a
Might have got 6.
it's a stressful thing, right? So having that background that you had that answer or what to do the entire time or how to do it or when to do it and all that kind of direction, then not having it, but still coming out with that. Do you call it trauma? Right? I mean, in some cases it is, right? It's a life-changing experience and a mental state, right? It definitely hits. So, I mean, it's great that you can go into it and talk about it. I think if you want to, we can dive even more into it because I think that's as far as this vodcast goes and building character, it is a huge piece of it, right? Being able to recognize that and overcome that emotion because like people in the military or not in the military, I feel there's more people suffering from depression than anybody knows, right? Like in some
especially
capacity.
after all the shutdowns and everything, that's made life really difficult for everyone. And I feel like talking about stuff like that right now especially can help people realize that they're not alone.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? Sometimes it's just talking about it can sometimes cause, it to be more real for some people and sometimes it's like ignoring it is better. It just depends on the person, right?
Well,
Ignoring it
we
I
just
feel
had
like
someone the other night in
ignoring
my
it,
chat do it. Like come in and say he was ready. Like I think you were
like,
there,
What?
DVD.
because she's
Like
not bleeding.
it wasn't
Yes,
even.
he is.
I
Not
think it was
anymore.
last night.
She's okay.
it was last night you said?
Yeah, I think someone last night come in and they were like, "Hey, man."
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was either last night or the night before.
it was really close. Like it was.
No.
Yeah,
It was 2 nights ago because I was in the stream for it. The reason I know it wasn't last night is because last night I went to sleep really early because I think I cut my cornea, so that's why I've got glasses on and not contacts in. Because my eye just was killing me, and I was there for it. I think it might have been while I was at work, and yeah, I mean, if anybody in anyone's chat ever needs someone to talk to,
You're good. What did you want me to
Um,
wait? You can keep going. I don't know why he was putting his finger up. But I agree. Like you were about to say, if anybody needs anybody to talk to.
you can always message me. Like I said, I work nights at the hospital, so I'm up pretty late, especially when I'm working. I'll always be there to try and help people out.
Yeah, I share that sentiment. So anybody listening, like anybody who knows, like I like to keep things as light as possible. Typically to keep the things that weigh you down out of the way, right? Personally, like to keep the things that weigh me down, it's better to like make light and try to just remember that it's not all that, right? And you can
Yeah, and that's how I am too. I try to joke about it. Just like McWheelan came into Black Hack's chat a while ago, and he was just making all sorts of pretty messed up jokes if you don't know where he's coming from. But it's it's something that when you're dealing with it, sometimes the comedy, the humor is how you have to deal with it.
Yeah. And it kind of helps, it depends. It's always tough because it's a fine line between, someone who's receiving the humor, right, in a good way,
Yeah.
and somebody who's like it's kind of rubbing them raw, And it's a tough thing to read. Um but yeah, if anybody's ever looking for somebody to talk to, I can't tell you how many times that I've caught myself, like last night, I caught myself up way later than I should be just because I was enjoying the company I was sharing, and that meant more to me than anything. And when I get in that moment, it's like that I pay for it later, right? But like, and I'm down to do that with anything. Like, even if that means somebody just needs somebody to talk to, it's like just a conversation. It's nice to have.
Yeah.
They posted some. Dustin came in and posted a link to National Suicide Prevention, and then also Black posted. I think he has one that is a command in his chat normally. He
Yeah.
posted that in this chat as well. So it's definitely out there. I can't agree with you
Yeah, I need to
more.
make that a command on mine too. Um, I've used it before. I've used the Veterans Crisis line before as well. Um, I have VA healthcare, so I use that too. That's one thing that I've found out too is it can be hard as a veteran to know all the tools at your disposal.
Sure.
Um, there's so many communities out there trying to help veterans and veteran spouses, their kids, all that stuff. There's survivor benefits that I have, like, I know people who don't know about them,
Hmm.
where like their husband was killed in action, and they get whatever they get, but they don't know about all these other things that they have access to.
Sure.
And that's something that I kind of want to try and help open up and let people know about.
Oh, definitely. Well, I'm glad we got to dive into that a little bit. You want to tell people a little bit more about Dead by Daylight, just for the sake of, like, I mean, we had Minecraft. Tell people about Minecraft one day. Minecraft Cowboy, talk about Minecraft one day. Tell people who haven't played Dead by Daylight, maybe like how they can get it, how they can get involved, what's the price, anything like that. Like,
So,
what's the
so I don't know about console. It is available on console. Cost wise, I'm not too sure. Someone had said at one point on PlayStation it was $30. I know it's on the Xbox Game Pass, so you can get it for free with that.
nice
Well,
paying
whatever,
paying the Game Pass? Yeah.
or
Yeah.
$9.99 a month, whatever it is. But you can get it on that. It's available on Steam for $20. So it's cross-platform. You can play console or PC. I prefer PC. The controls just seem a little bit easier, in my opinion. So, but if you like horror movies, it's a great game. It's not like a jump scare type of thing. It's more of, you know, kind of you're in a horror movie and you have these killers chasing you, or you're the killer doing the chasing. There's, I think, 22 killers to choose from. Some of them are licensed characters like Mike Myers, um, Ghostface, things like that. Other ones are the company made them, like Death Slinger and whatnot. We can't hear you, Black.
I think he's just talking to his chat, saying why he's
Okay.
back.
Yeah, everyone was just wondering what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully everything's
My-
okay. We should also be wondering what happened. She
My
pooped
my
her pants.
son,
he
no,
pooped his
my
pants.
son decided to use the bathroom on the floor and then pick it up and chase his sister. And Miranda come in and said, "I can't fucking catch him." I'm like, "What?" So I turn off my mic and I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like, "Mason is throwing shit everywhere. I don't know what to do." It's like I went out there, and as soon as he heard me, my kids are like fucking whistle trained. When I whistled, the whole house stops. So I just whistled, He stopped, dropped the shit right there. And I gave him a bath, and Miranda.
You got Will with his son carrying around a rat. Your son carrying around shit. Thank God mine's asleep. I'm going to check the monitor real quick. Yep, he's still laying down, you know?
So I I gave him a bath. She shampooed the carpet. And then when I got done with the bath, I started shampooing the carpet and she wiped down everything else. All good.
Welcome back.
It didn't take that long, dude. Really.
But yeah, so Dead by Daylight, better than kids running around throwing shit.
Sure.
No, so it's a lot of fun. You can play as survivor or killer. And so I'll go into the killer tasks first, and then I'll go into the survivor tasks. So no matter what, you have perks you can choose, add-ons you can choose, and offerings you can choose, and those unlock certain abilities and stuff like that. So as the killer, your objective is to chase down these survivors. There's 4 of them, and you're trying to sacrifice them to the entity, which is basically like, I don't know, some weird god who enjoys human sacrifice. And so to do that, you place them on these hooks. In order to be able to pick them up, they either have to not come off of one of their tasks where you can grab them, or you hit them twice. So the first hit puts them into a wounded state. Second hit puts them into the dying state. If they stay in the dying state for too long, they will just bleed out and die. Or you pick them up, put them onto a hook, and they can be hooked up to 3 times. The first time, they're just chilling on the hook. They have a certain time limit. If they get to that time limit before they get pulled off the hook by another survivor or pull themselves off, they go into the second phase, which is where the entity is kind of like grabbing at them, and they can struggle against that. And then the third one, it's just immediately the entity takes them. So
I saw you
goal
pick
for
up
the killer.
I saw you pick somebody up like multiple times. Like, how were they getting down? By somebody coming and getting
generally another person, another survivor comes and grabs them off the hook.
Okay.
Each killer has their own unique abilities. Bubba is, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's carrying around a chainsaw and a hammer. And then there's one called Deathslinger who shoots like a harpoon and then reels the person in and hits them with that. So there's a bunch of different ones. There's a nurse who can kind of teleport and hit you with a knife. But so there's a bunch of different killers, a bunch of different abilities that are really unique. And the survivors have the same types of abilities. One of the best ones that I really love running is called Kindred, which allows you to see where all the other survivors are when someone's hooked. So you can see if someone's going to grab the person off the hook or if they're going, whatever they're doing. And then if the killer is within a, however many meter radius, you can see the killer of the person that's hooked. You can see the killer's aura too.
Oh, cool.
So, but in order for the survivors to escape, they have to avoid being hit. They have to start up 5 generators, 8 spawn on the map. And you have to start up 5.
And I saw the killer can turn them off. Like,
not really,
no?
Kind of.
Okay.
So the big thing for them is the killer can kick it if it's not completed. But once it's completed, which takes 80 seconds if you have 1 survivor on it, it takes, I think, 37 seconds if you have 2. So it does a little bit faster if you have 2 people on them, but you get more done if you have 1 person on 5 or on 4. But you have to start them up. There's skill checks that if you miss, it blows up, sends a notification to the killer, and the killer can come over to you. There's also totems that some of the more powerful killer perks will be placed in. They're called hexes. And if you cleanse a hex, then the killer loses that perk. One of those perks is called Ruin. And what it does is it speeds up how quickly the generators lose progress if you're not on it.
Okay.
But yeah, once the 5 generators are started, the survivors can open the exit gates and escape. The exit gates, I think, take 20 seconds to finish up and open. And getting to that point can be very difficult. It's definitely, to me, more fun playing with like my friends and stuff. Like I play with Riley and dvdplayr and Guap and a few other people.
Nice.
And to me, being able to kind of talk to them and let them know what's going on is nice. I do wish that they could add like a proximity chat type of thing. But I do also understand why they don't have it.
Start going
I think
like,
it would be cool if you could like, you know, whisper to people.
I'm
and
behind
as
you.
long as you were
I'm
certain
behind
quiet,
you.
you know, it wouldn't
was
send a
thinking from a
notification.
killer's
But if you were
perspective.
too loud, it would send a notification to the killer type of thing. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it would also probably be kind of hard software wise.
It would be like the Fortnite hacks that you can enable in their in-game settings to see footsteps. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like the one the black runs to see llamas. Okay, moving on.
Oh, come on. That's just
Moving
an
on.
eye.
Moving
I got
on.
a great eye.
So is the map always the same? I know I watched that one game, but is it
there's
changed?
different maps. So some of them like they have a Stranger Things add-on.
Oh,
So they
cool.
have the
that'd
underground
be cool.
laboratory complex from Hawkins Laboratory.
That's pretty cool.
And they have some outdoor maps, some indoor maps. They've got a couple of schools. They've got Silent Hill. Pyramid Head is in the game. Ranger says there's 12 maps, and
12
I think
maps.
that's accurate. A new killer is going to be coming out pretty soon. They dropped the beta for that not too long.
Okay.
They're just fine tuning everything. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, how's the lobbies? Like, you know, I get amazed by how many people are able to play all these games at all hours of the night. Like I think about Fortnite, I've been playing for close to 3 years. And I've never had, obviously Fortnite has added some AI into the game to help with some of it at times. But like, you know, even for a while, you know, Call of Duty, you play Call of Duty and then the next year, right? You better switch because eventually the servers start dying out. How is Dead by Daylight and how long's it been out? Like, has it been holding traffic?
It's been out for a few years. I think 2016. I could be wrong. It's been out for quite a while. And so they had some issues with the lobbies. I mean, their lobbies aren't like Fortnite or Warzone where it's
right,
100 people.
Exactly.
There's only 5 people per game. So they don't need huge lobbies, but the queue times can be quite a while.
So it's better if you had a group of people you wanted to play with.
Not always, because I've had 4 people playing Survivor, and it still takes, you know, 5 minutes to get into a pregame lobby from your like queue time.
Now, can you get 5 people where one of them's a killer? Or
you
no?
Can. Those are custom games.
Okay.
You don't. So those are not ranked.
Okay. Oh shit! You're playing
and you
ranked
don't
on
earn
this?
blood points. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, you're ranked in it. So the ranks go from 20 to 1.
Too much.
I
what do you mean too much,
stay around rank 10. Between like rank 8 and rank 10.
Nice.
The reset happens monthly on the 13th of the month because Friday the 13th.
Right,
and,
yeah.
you know, unlucky number.
It's my lucky number. I don't know what anybody's problem is with it. I don't understand it.
I don't have a problem with it. Actually,
Yeah.
today would have been my dad's 72nd birthday.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Oh,
yeah. So he and I were a day apart.
All right. Yeah. I think you said that, right? You said, yeah, tomorrow's your birthday, and I'm pretty sure you said that. I honestly, I don't remember if I'm reading it in Black's chat when I'm talking to you about it, or just when I was chatting you when you were streaming. But
Yeah.
no, that's
So-
awesome.
March was a busy month for us. My dad's mom, who passed away a few years ago now, I think like 5 or 6.
wow.
She was up
her
there in
birthday
age
was-
then.
Yeah, she was almost 90, I think.
Yeah.
She was on the older side. She had needed a lot of help.
Later on, yeah.
Yeah. So she passed away. She her birthday was March 17th, so
Damn.
St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
And then my older sister, my only sibling, her birthday is March 24th.
Damn.
So March was a busy month for my family.
Yeah. How many siblings do you have?
Just one.
Just
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Cool. Now, is she back in Georgia or moved somewhere
She
else? or-
lives in New Hampshire
Oh, wow. Okay.
with her husband and kids.
Nice. Now, you guys close?
her-
Do you get to see her a couple times a year or once a year or no?
No, we don't. Well, so I don't really travel a whole lot. With between the Marine Corps, where I was, training
Traveling
all the time and
Yeah.
deploying, and then graduate or going to school, and everything, and then COVID.
Sure.
We haven't really been able to travel.
But who
I didn't
doesn't love
make enough money.
California, right? Who doesn't love California? Your sister can make
My
her way
mom
out there,
has
right?
come out a few times, but my sister yet to come out.
How long
So-
have you been in California then? I know you were in the Marines, but
This is about 10 years.
Nice.
2011 is when I moved out here.
cool. And you love it compared to the East Coast, or is it just kind of like where life has taken you?
It's just kind of where life has taken me. My wife and I have been planning on possibly moving.
Cool.
We've been looking at Texas and a few
Oh,
other
yeah.
places.
Dude, I feel like not everyone, a lot of people that I've met on Twitch, it's always Texas, Texas, Texas. There's a lot of people. Nice guy was just fucking. I found this house and I start looking, and we went and looked at it today, and I was talking about how much it was out near Philadelphia, and like I'm not happy about that, and he's like, you're gonna hate me because this is how much I paid for mine, and I'm like, fucking shut up, man.
Oh no, I was looking in Houston,
Yeah.
right? Really nice houses. I'm talking 5-bedroom, 4-bath, big old pool in the backyard, 3,500 square feet, 350,000.
Yeah.
I was like,
About
dude,
what
my
it is around here.
disability check from the VA will pay that mortgage.
Right.
Can
Yeah.
I buy 2?
Yeah. Right.
Like,
It's wild. It's wild that I don't know. Is it the heat? Do people not want the heat? Like, is it like I just don't know what it is. Like, why
it's
is
crazy because, like, in California, like the house I live in, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, relatively small, 1 floor, nothing special. I think like 1,600 square feet, like not very big. Is about the same price, about 400,000.
right?
It's insane to me,
Yeah.
and
He
it's just
said-
because of the area.
Yeah, exactly. He said Texas is always a good place.
Yeah. The other nice thing about Texas, and I think that a lot of streamers live there because of it, is there's no state income tax. So, I mean, you get taxed other places, but the fact that basically your entire income you get to keep and it's not getting, paid up. Like right now, what I make at the hospital versus like what I actually make
Bank. Yeah.
is
It's ridiculous, right?
completely
Yeah.
like it goes from it takes about, I don't know, 25% of my
Yep.
income is
I think
no
my
longer
taxes, like
income.
when I try to think about taxes of my income, I basically, when I look at a number, I basically say 60% of that is what will go into my bank account. That's the best
Yeah.
bank, like the ballpark I can say. Now, that's not all taxes, right? That's
Yeah.
most taxes, and then there's some that goes to retirement or something else, right? But it's like, whatever my gross amount is, I take 60% of it. So when they're like, "Hey, here's a bonus," I'm like, "Okay, 60%, 60% of that number," and it's like, it's kind of rough, but
Yeah.
it's
And I
way
mean,
it
the other
goes, right?
thing with the hospital too, like with COVID and everything, there's less than 100,000 of people in my profession. Um, my license number is, what is it? I can pull it out quick.
Well,
It's
it
all
depends what
public
you're pulling out
information,
there,
so I'm not
Will.
worried.
It's probably it depends what you're pulling
My-
out. I'm just
My
kidding.
Ridge wallet,
Hey, mine's not here. Mine's upstairs. What color is yours? You got navy?
space gray.
You got space gray? I got a navy one. I got it for Christmas last year.
I
I was
haven't
like,
left the house long enough to carry a wallet.
well, I mean, it just sits upstairs now, but that has been the best thing because I was tired of like lugging around a wallet in my back pocket, sitting on it and
I will say
everything.
my wallet's like this thick.
So, I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me. That's my license for respiratory care. And my license number is 42,327. Now, that's not including all of the inactive ones
Sure.
or people who don't practice. So there's less than 100,000 of us in California.
Those numbers are
You know.
California specifically.
Yeah, so that's my California license. It costs me $330 every 2 years because, to practice medicine, you have to pay a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Okay, quick question. Just while we're talking about like licenses and stuff, it got me thinking about my driver's license and plate renewal and stuff. And I want to say I have the highest plate renewal among any of you. What did it cost you to renew your truck plate last year or this year, Caesar?
I don't know.
You
I'm
don't
sorry.
know?
No, like the thing comes, I know I have to do it. I pay them, and that's the end of it. Like it goes out of my mind. It's
Is
like
it above or below 100?
it's probably like a little bit over $100.
You're
Oh,
lucky.
mine's well over 100.
Same.
Yeah, it's like probably like 116 or something like that. It's kind of ringing a bell.
I wish, dude.
I mean, I could look it up. I don't know.
So nice. So I have 3 cars. I
Yeah.
have my wife has a Toyota Highlander.
Nice.
I have a Subaru Forester that was actually given to me by my
Nice.
mom. And then we have a third car, Toyota Corolla.
Nice.
And the Corolla is actually, I need to pay the plates on it. It is like almost $300, $270, I think.
Yeah. My Class B for my truck is fucking $249 this year.
Why are you still paying it?
It's our only vehicle.
Okay, so your wife's driving it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
But why I would have to keep it anyway because I took out a loan on it when we got married.
Well, no, you can keep the truck. You don't
No,
necessarily
it
have to
has
keep
to
the
be
plates.
insured.
Well,
And it
you
has
didn't
to be
say that was
registered.
insurance. Do you have to have the plates? Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be registered if you have an active
well,
loan on it.
If you're not driving it,
I would say
can
you just park
do
it there,
an-
right?
a-
Put a tarp
it's
over
not
it and
an
be done with it,
operation.
man.
Either way, it's our only vehicle.
Yeah, if it's on your vehicle, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. We're looking at minivans though. Because
I
she
don't-
wants a cool minivan.
And she wants 2 more kids. I got you.
Dude, we talked about that again today.
But just think about how much more stimulus check you would have got, man. You would have got extra $2,800 for 2 more kids. You know, don't worry about having to
What's
raise
the-
them for
what's an
18
extra-
years.
What is it? They're doing $3,600 per kid for child tax credits now.
In
Wait, I thought it was
2021.
$7,200.
wait, what?
In 2021.
This recent
for
one's
2021, yeah.
1,400, right?
No. Child
No,
tax
no,
credit for the end of the year tax
credit
credits.
for kids.
This is gonna be my first year filing for it, so I haven't paid attention to that yet, and I haven't
Well,
done it
it
yet.
doesn't go into effect till this
No,
year's
but-
tax.
Yeah, it's
But
not
there
gonna
was,
be until
but
2022
you said there
filing.
was one. There was one before. It just is going up, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't ever filed it, so you're teaching me something right now.
Oh, cool.
Well,
So
there you go.
there's gonna be something on top
Yeah,
of
you've been
the
rolling in the dough.
on top of the money that for COVID stimulus check, because we didn't get it for him because he wasn't on my 2019 taxes, so they don't know about him. So now I'm gonna get the first 500, the 600, and now the 1400, whatever, right? So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a fucking throw it in the bank. I don't know. I got to figure out if I'm gonna move and buy this other house or not. I don't know. We'll
I
see.
seen something about taking your $1,400 stimulus check and turning it into $1 million in 45 years on TikTok. And it was all about like investing into just like a normal, like
Roth
standard.
IRA.
Yeah.
I've been at a finance company now for 8.5 years, but I work in IT. So I've never invested because when we talked about this in the past, right? And my son's first birthday was coming up, and it was like, hey, I need to start a 529 for him now, right? I just need to get it started, let it grow. So when he goes to college, I don't want to pay for all of it because I think having a little bit of like debt outside of college really helped me with finances, right? I was like, oh, I have to pay this, right? My parents did a good job of managing how much, and it was all doable for me and my brothers, but it made me know I had to do that. And I couldn't just buy a brand new car when I got out of college or something, right? And so I want to do that. But I also started my own, like, I wanted to invest. I've been in this finance company, and the only thing I've ever done is a 401k. So I did go into like a very stable ETF for 500 S&P 500 fund, right? And it's a growth, and it's supposed to just grow. But goddamn, does it piss me off that it's still down after I put that money in? It was like basically I threw them money and they dropped it down, and I'm just kind of waiting. I'm staring at it like, go back up, just go back up. And now I'm like, a house came up, and it's like maybe I want to move to this other house now, you know, while he's still small, so he can, you know, fit in it, and we get into school district we want to be in. And I'm like, fuck, I just put money in these other accounts, and now I'm not going to take them back out. So they're just going to sit there, and I'm going to have to work around it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass. It's all pain in the ass. Life's a pain in the ass, but we're all in it together. That's my opinion.
Right.
Long
haul.
The long haul, you know?
What's college?
What's college?
Half in monthly payments? I don't want that.
What's half in monthly payments?
I think I read that too somewhere about getting your child tax credit throughout the year in monthly payments instead of
That's pretty
all
cool.
in a lump sum. I don't want that.
Cool.
I want that lump sum. Then I don't have to worry about setting back as much.
Would you rather have it? Would
you
you rather have it monthly versus lump sum at the end of the year?
Yes.
Okay. So take what you can get, you know?
Yeah. I want it.
I want it. It's my money and I want it now.
I do not want that.
JG Wentworth.
I'll wait. I'll wait.
877 cash now.
Yeah.
Lump sum all the way. That's right. Even when I was working, I put that money, like I paid in more to federal than I ever like had to. Because I just did. Like I put in an extra like $100, I think. And then I would just get it back at the end of the year. Because it was just like a little, here. It's a $10,000 return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Well, so Will, we talked about your kids a little bit. How'd you meet your wife? Where'd you meet your wife, and how long you guys been married?
We've been married for 7 years, coming up on 8 years this year.
Nice.
And we met when I came out here when I was in the Marine Corps.
Nice.
And we've been together for basically that whole time. So
nice. Cool. Now, was she in Marines too, or no?
No.
Just an area. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So is it your love for the rats, her love for the rats, or the kids' loves for the rats?
I was actually curious about this too.
So it was initially her.
Okay.
She grew up with rats.
Yeah.
And she had been, you know, we rent, so we don't really have, you know, there's rules everywhere we go. You know, you can only have these breeds of dogs or this or that.
Sure.
And so we're currently renting from her sister. And so they're a little more lax on it.
Nice.
And she grew up with rats.
Thank you, BLT.
And so she decided that she wanted some, and we went and got them.
Now,
And
did you
then
get that
she ended up-
many, or did they reproduce that many?
So no, we got 3 initially. We got so the ones we got initially, we got 2 like babies,
Sure.
and they ended up getting sick and dying.
Oh,
And my kids were devastated.
sure.
We ended up getting a couple more that were adults, and the one that didn't die was bigger and was kind of able to be on her own. But they were all female, so we had the 3. And then my wife found on Facebook somebody was posted that she couldn't care for her rats anymore. She was a caregiver. She hadn't seen her grandkids in a long time, and that was why she kind of had the rats. And so she was just trying to get rid of them, give them to a good home where they'd be taken care of and played with, because she wasn't able to devote the time to them anymore. And so my wife ended up getting them as well.
Nice. All female as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have that problem then of like more and more
No.
coming along.
No.
That's what my fear would be. That with them and the rabbits, right? You have to make sure you get them all.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're gonna be needing more and more food before you know it.
Yeah.
Not what you signed up for. That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know my wife when she had the pet rat. But I've always been like a dog or cat person, other than my dad's a big bird person. So pigeons, quail, pheasants, the emu, chickens, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I grew up with cats.
Nice.
We had 3 cats when I was first born. So I was born in North Carolina, actually. And we had 2 cats, one of which was deaf and very temperamental.
Hmm.
And then when we moved to Georgia, one of them, my dad accidentally ran over, the
Ooh.
deaf one. She was napping on the driveway, and my dad didn't see her.
Yeah.
That was a couple years after we had moved, and we ended up getting another one. And then my sister went off to college, and she decided to get one. My sister's 7 years older than me.
Okay.
So my sister went to college and got one. And then one of her roommates was like, "Oh, I'm allergic to cats. You can't have that." Even though my sister had had the cat for like a while without anybody else knowing. So my mom ended up adopting that cat. And so for most of my, kind of middle school, high school years, we had 3 cats.
Nice.
And then once I graduated and joined the Marine Corps, I didn't have any pets while I was in, really. We got a dog, we got a Chihuahua, but it ended up getting adopted by my mother-in-law, who does live with us currently. So I mean, we have.
How's the
small dog.
Chihuahua do with the rats? Leaves it
Does
alone?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they be out together? Like you have them next to each other, and they're
Yeah, they can. They kind of sniff at each other and everything, but
cool.
they're okay.
Nice. That'd be my concern. Although a Chihuahua, I don't know. I think a Chihuahua, like kind of barking every once in a while, like yipping a little bit, and then it's like,
Yeah.
I imagine that shakes a rat up a little bit and like, oh, scurry.
Not
But-
really. Actually, while we were at the beach, my wife's friend has a couple small dogs, and one of the rats was chasing one of the dogs around.
Damn.
The dog was scared of the rat.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking of an animated movie or something.
Tom
Oh
and
no,
Jerry.
it's Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh,
It's have you guys ever seen Lion King 1.5? It's like
yeah.
it's the one that's from Timon and Pumbaa's point of view. Like the whole
Yeah.
movie is basically the first movie, but from their point of view, and it's Timon at the very beginning. Like his crew does this like scurry something flinch, scurry sniff flinch or something, and it's just that's what it was making me think of with the rat. Anyway, sorry, my brain has fucking random thoughts.
I think we all do.
Yeah,
I dude.
we all do, but I just say mine out loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bring them out to everybody else. Cool.
Caesar won't play his guitars on stream. He's too
No,
much
is that
of
what
a-
people are asking?
Yeah. They're
Check in.
aesthetic only.
No, these are wall art. You know, it's kind of people have a picture. Sometimes I have wall art. They're in the form of guitars, a ukulele, electric and acoustic. No, but Black, I've been thinking though, and we mentioned this before. I think I'm gonna pick up Rocksmith. I think I'm gonna do Tuesday tunes, and I'm gonna start playing that Rocksmith game with my electric guitar and trying to
I
learn.
would love it.
I'm just a little nervous about, my VODs and whatnot. I don't want to get like fucking in trouble for the music that's playing. So I have to figure that out.
It doesn't matter if it's a VOD or live.
I know, but most of the time it seems like they're tracking more of the VOD of me, They're probably
Yeah.
tracking the people with like thousands of viewers, not the people with like 5, I don't think they're coming
Well,
after
so
me.
There's one guy that I watch quite a bit, and he's just playing on his Spotify. It's just always playing in the background,
There's a lot of people, man, that do it.
and he'll
Like,
have 1,000, 2,000
they're-
viewers at a
They're gonna
time.
keep doing it until they're caught, and then they just vanish, like Young Jim. Young Jim was a partner on Twitch, doing great. And he played music in the background. I want to say he started moving towards Harris Heller there towards the end, and then one day I log on and he's just gone. No one knows why, and I think it was DCMA, but you be the judge. And it's just like all these other streamers I see. I'm making a TikTok about it eventually. I see all these other streamers playing music for their sub alerts, and they're like not even thinking twice about it. Well, I'm telling you, I've talked to Twitch staff. It is less than a half a second for DCMA to catch copyrighted material, whether it be images, movies, or music. It doesn't matter.
So Black, I will tell you with mine, right? I play Fortnite, right? And
Yeah.
Fortnite has added emotes that play copyrighted music. And
You
they
can
disable it.
actually-
They've
in
added the
Fortnite
feature.
options. There's
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
option to mute
Yeah.
all, and I've
Yep.
done that
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
because I
but
don't want to get DMCA'd.
Same.
but guys, let me just tell you, I buy those emotes. I really don't want to see my guy. I don't buy them for the dancing, right? I buy them because I want to listen to the music. So I hear you. I've seen the setting and I've looked at it, and I wanted to. Well, no. So I'm going to tell you right now, right? I click on one of my VODs the other day.
Yeah.
And I go watch some VOD or whatever, look for a clip, and it says part of this VOD has been removed music, right?
Yeah.
And I can only assume it's because I don't
It
play
is.
copyrighted music. I use Twitch Soundtrack, which I'm
Now, let's
told
be
I'm
clear.
allowed to use Twitch Soundtrack, right?
That's
And-
not a strike. That's just a mute. That's like a copyright notice on YouTube versus a copyright strike. There's a difference.
Right, but I'm saying, like, why am I not getting a notice then? Why am I only getting muted? And why don't
You
they always
won't
just mute me?
until the person who actually owns that material, or the record label, or the original owner of that material is notified of it, because as soon as they mute it, they send a notification to the DMCA holder or whatever, and then they determine, and then they do their mumbo jumbo. I don't know what it is, but they're the ones that actually issue the strike. It's not Twitch. It's the actual record label in this case. They would
Sure.
actually issue the notice.
Sounds good. I'll deal with it. it'll give me a reason to stop streaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Thanks for the gifted subs. Peace. No, I don't know. I just I get it. It's a bigger thing for other people, but I like playing Fortnite, and if that blurb of sound gets me in trouble, then
I feel you. I
fuck
understand
it.
your pain.
You know what I mean? But I am concerned with playing my guitar, because if it's playing the actual song the same way as if I play DJ Hero or anything like that, then that's a different story. Like, I'm now playing the full on song. Or if I'm running my
I feel like if
Spotify,
it's in a game though.
it shouldn't matter. I agree, but I agree with you. Actually, I
Okay,
take that
so
back.
the thing
I
about
agree.
your cover, if you were to learn a song and do a cover, as long as the original media is not playing.
No, I understand, but that's not what that game is, right? That game
But,
has some of the original
DJ
media.
Hero or Guitar Hero, if you're playing those,
That's the game,
the
right? Yeah.
songs were put
Yeah.
into the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I realized that with Just Dance, right? I can't do Just Dance on stream. It's really disappointing. I know people would love it, but
I actually watched a streamer that does Just Dance.
yeah. Well, if they can't, the
He
music would get him in
still
trouble.
does it, and I'm so scared for him because I love watching him. He's only got one leg, and he does Just Dance, and I love him to death.
Yeah. But I don't mess around with Spotify. Like people ask if they take song requests. I'm like, I wish I could, but I'm not gonna be able to play whatever you ask. So
Yeah.
I use Twitch Soundtrack, right? I downloaded that app, hooked
Yep.
in with OBS, but I don't understand it, to be honest with you, because I feel like some of that music is copyrighted, and the only thing Twitch Soundtrack is doing is the plugin to make it so it doesn't go to your VOD. But like you said, if it's live, like that should be a problem as well. So,
It is.
but then how does it how do they advertise it as, hey, you can use Twitch Soundtrack? You know what I mean?
Because they probably have commercial licensing for all the music that's in there
Shadow Knight, my rat is on my
for their
neck.
stuff to use.
He said, "What's on his neck?
Yeah, it's a
What's on
rat.
his neck? Something is coming out of your neck." Nice guys in here
It's a boil.
nice guys making sure that we're getting more people to sign up in the future. So this is awesome. Block, do you have any questions for DVD? He's here now. His son's back again.
Look, he tried to give a hug and he snuck the rat. He said,
Oh wow.
I love you. Steals the rat. Bye.
Now he's gonna go put her in my daughter's room.
How you liking your mic there, bub?
Me?
Yeah.
I like it.
Was that I think you said it was the AT 2020?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a nice condenser mic.
It sounds good for sure.
It does. It sounds
You guys
very
sound really good. I'm jealous. I'm
good.
jealous.
You
of how
sound
you
good
sound.
too, Caesar.
As long as it's not popping, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
That's why you got the pop filter.
This is just fucking shit. You know what I mean? This isn't actually
It doesn't
necessary.
do anything.
Yeah, this is more for my own spit not hitting the microphone. Really, it just catches
It
all
has
of that.
one built in. I've had this conversation with him before.
Yeah, no, I know. It came with the stand. Funny story, real quick. I was on Blue Yeti. I went on Amazon for the caster, right, to look. I wanted to look at price. I want to look at their promos, right? I always look. I'm always Googling like promo code for this, right? Trying to find it. And I couldn't get it. And I thought, one time this is going to work. Let me send a chat to support and say, hey, I need help. Is there a promo code available for a caster? I have this boom arm for a Blue Yeti that works great, but it's off brand, and I see a lot of people use the compass. I want to get one of those. Did they not shoot me down, man? They just were like, we don't have any promo codes, but it's free shipping. I was like, fuck you, man. Should always be free shipping, bro. This is terrible.
Shipping is so cheap. Like, I don't understand why companies that you're
What's
paying
shipping?
however much for stuff. Black, you get 10,000 microphones free every other day.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Don't
I'm
worry.
Just talking about Amazon Prime. If it's not Prime, I don't order it.
But if you're buying direct from a company, they...
Oh, I don't.
Well, hold on. If I go out and ship, Black, because you ship in these giveaways, you have to pay for that.
Yeah, that.
So
But I'm talking
what
about,
shipping is,
purchase
like
for myself.
to ship one of these hats, right? Was like $8 or $10, depending on where I'm sending it, in the US. So, but
Your Stream Deck was almost that much.
yeah, right. It was basically that. Well, I told Black, actually, I made the joke the other day because he told me, he's doing another review.
Ship to Canada.
He said he's doing another review, and I said, oh, cool. Let me know when one of those things gather enough dust that you're like, I'll take it off your hand. I'll clean it off for you.
That's how he got his 32 key Stream Deck. We were
Which
in
I
a
am
call
loving,
late at
by the
night.
way. Which I'm
We were in
loving.
a call late at night, and he's like, "Man, I just bought a Stream Deck." I was like, "You should have told me. I would have given you this one." And I pick it up and I go like this, and I rub all the keys, and it's just a finger full of dust because I never use it.
And he goes, just cancel your order. I was like, are you serious? You want me to? And because I was ready to. He had one that he was doing. He just did it for the giveaway. I was ready to tell him, hey, I'll buy that off of you. Like, you want to sell it for a little bit less, right? Because,
Yeah,
he's probably got deals out the ass with all these people letting him review things
It's not
and
true.
everything else, But hey, Black, I've set up this 32 key. I have 2 profiles now. The first profile, my main profile, I'm like blocking out the whole thing. I got sound effects going. I got replay going. It's fucking amazing.
How you
now.
liking your replays?
My replay's working well. I threw that together. I just wish my computer could handle it right now. Like I really think either something's wrong with my CPU or it's just not able to cap it. I don't know.
I don't think I could even handle replays.
So like I switched to my replay. It's fine. It's just the transition of my scenes right now is what's laggy. But the
Crashing his computer every night.
yeah. 2 nights ago, it was bad, man. It was
Was it?
bad. I think I changed some setting in OBS and people just kept coming in and saying, is anybody else dropping frames? And by Ranger came in finally, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Shut down. I'm just playing my video games. I didn't come here for this. I came here to enjoy myself. I'll worry about this tomorrow because I'm cutting into my enjoyment time. So
That happened to me yesterday. As soon as I went to go live, it was like Twitch connection error, and I'm like,
if
what?
you guys want to do that though, it was super. Maybe I should do a TikTok on it. It was super easy to set up. I use OBS Studio. Like I turn on a replay buffer so it's running pretty much the whole time. I click a button, you click a key or you click, I do it on the Stream Deck. It captures the last X amount of seconds I want, right? And then it holds it in a folder. And then I just, when I'm ready, like if I'm, dead play, I can go and switch that replay and show the replay. I can show it on loop or, whatever. It was pretty easy to set up. And the hardest part now is remembering, oh, that was dope. Click the replay so I capture it,
Yeah, that's something I just got set up with mine.
Nice.
For the clips and markers.
Like the Twitch. I did that too. I did that too because Black had always been saying like, it's easy to know where you're at. Just add a marker. And I was like, yeah, I don't have 4, 5, 7 mods in chat always ready to clip and make markers. Okay. But he's like, just use the Stream Deck I sent you. And so I looked into doing that, like the create marker, clip,
markers
whatever.
Are so nice.
I haven't actually created any yet. Maybe because I'm like, I don't know. Oh, nice guy's calling me out as a liar now. He's calling me out as a liar because I don't have 5 or 7. No, I have like
4.
You have like 7 mods now. You know what's funny? It's because everybody in my channel is a mod. There aren't viewers. Everybody comes in and says, how do I get mod? Well, here you go. I should probably just have a Stream Deck button that's like mod most recent chatter,
You can do it, dude.
Yeah.
Set up a macro.
It was like, you are now a mod. But the funny thing is like only 2 or 3 of them know what they're doing. The rest are just like, they want it for the clout. And I don't understand why. It's like, you don't get to do predictions. Like what is the point? Anyway, whatever. Cool.
Oh, God. I actually have someone that I want to be mod, but he refuses.
Is it me?
No, he just wants to be in the chat so he can always do predictions. Like, that's his reasoning behind it. He wants to be involved in predictions. Other than that, he wants to be a mod, but he only wants to do predictions.
Yeah. It's stupid that they don't let mods do predictions, in my opinion.
They do. All my
It
mods
makes
do their
sense.
predictions.
It makes sense why mods
all my
can't
mods.
like participate in them.
Oh, participate them?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But why?
Because they can
They can
change
choose
the
the
result.
outcome.
They can make the outcome.
But then that's a bad mod. You get rid of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
but
my
that can
opinion,
screw a lot of
that
people
should
over.
be up to the streamer. It should be a setting that you should be allowed to change.
Yeah, I
You know.
agree. I agree. You should be allowed to make it so they can participate. Maybe you don't
Yeah.
want them to, but you can participate.
Or at least the guy who made the prediction has to be the guy that ends it, unless it's the
Sure.
streamer. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like
Yeah, that makes sense.
There's so many ways to fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now, I have every viewer is a mod. It's just like you come here all the time. I don't have a lot of people, and you ask me to be mod. I'm going to let you. Like why not? Like what does it harm me for you to be mod? I don't care. You don't have that much. Like you go ahead, time somebody out, ban somebody. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to fix
Yeah.
that, or you're going to lose your mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking bans people in my channel. No fucking
He
bans,
doesn't
bro.
even ban like the people who need banned.
I
He just
unban.
lets them ride.
I unban people that get banned.
He does.
The
I'll
follow
never
bots.
understand it.
The follow bots, like they'll come in and one of my new mods will come in. They'll ban a follow bot when it happens, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Unban that person right now. You can delete their message, but you better unban them." You
It
know,
was
mods
funny. I
are people
actually
too.
had someone message me the other day and say, "Hey, I can get you 50 followers," and I was like, "I'm good."
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, so I don't mind like when people come in to mine and say follow for a follow or whatnot. I really don't care, because I'll follow a lot. Like I probably follow a lot on my user. But if you're not streaming when I'm like at my computer, I don't really notice. And
Yeah.
what I typically do, this is how my night goes of streaming, right? I sit down at my computer, I get loaded up, and if as long as it's not like I'm super late because of a kid and my wife or something, like I have a nice half hour to an hour before I start streaming, where I'm sitting at my computer, I look down who's streaming, who's live, and I go and I literally do my rounds. Some days I'll skip over somebody if I just talked to them the day before because I'm like, I don't want to be annoying to them, like coming back in all the time. But other times, like I'll go in, I'll have a small little conversation with them. It might be a hi and bye kind of deal, but I say what's up and how's it going, and hey, I'm gonna lurk until my computer
That's pretty much
crashes.
how I am.
Until my computer crashes, but and then I end my night the same way. Like when I wrap up my stream, I'll end my stream and then I'll go bounce around the couple channels that were live. The only people I miss are the people who are like live after I go live and then end before me because I'm not looking at Twitch at that point. It's just when you're streaming, it's a really hard thing to make it so your audio doesn't come out to them, right? Because you have to basically then turn off Chrome, and it's like, well, what happens if I want to show somebody something that's in Chrome and I want the audio? It's just annoying. So I don't know.
I feel you.
I don't know your guys' thoughts, but it's been cool. And I like Will, you've been posting in the server, the stream talk when you go live, and I saw Footloose do it too, and he's coming up. He's going to be on this in a few weeks as well, and I'm all for it. Like that's what that server's for. I don't mind at all. I will, to be honest with you, and if you're ever interested in it, I kind of at some point want this channel, which is not affiliated. It's not it's not affiliated. It's not partnered, anything like that. And I don't ever want it to be because I want it to stream to Facebook and Twitch at the same time. I want other people to stream to it. Like I want to give people the stream key so they can hook up and like, hey, I'll stream to it during these hours, and like then somebody else will stream to it. What I wanted to make it is I wanted to make this channel a TV station, basically.
Oh, so like 8 to 5.
Yeah, like you book a time slot at some point, and you're like, hey, I tune in to watch this person from 8 to 5 on this channel, right? And then if I want to watch him another time, then I go to his channel, and that's how you can support that person, right? You go to their channel to support them. That way I don't have to worry like, oh, this channel is affiliated. Now who makes the money on it? Is it the person who's streaming at that time? Like, how does that all work? I don't have to worry about it. It's just a fucking channel that's like a TV station. And when you want to watch that person outside of their TV station window, you go over to their channel.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
like
sense.
a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think it'd be
And
dope
that's a
to
good way-
get.
That's a good way for people who are like mainly on Twitch or mainly on Facebook to get a following on another platform as well. They can then come over to their primary platform.
Right. And you stream to the channel as long as you want to, right? You don't have to keep streaming to it. It's like, hey, I want to stream to this. Ideal situation for me, right, would be hour to 2 hour time blocks, 24 hours a day. So that channel is live for 24 hours a day with a different person every 1 to 2 hours. And you get the people who are EU, you get the people who are California, you get the people like all across the world streaming to it with the hours that make sense for them. And then when you're not streaming there, you take it off of that channel and you bring people over to yours, right? You know, even if you wanted to, you could raid your channel with like when you're leaving, you could raid it and then somebody else can go start it up again and it'll just end the hosting, but it doesn't matter because the raid already happened, right? All the followers moved over. Maybe eventually when I get to a point where I feel like the server has enough streamers in it that want to go about that and do that, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You like that idea, Black?
I do.
That was my ideal state for that server and this channel. Right now, we've turned it into this vodcast once a week, which was a nice thing to do. But eventually, it would be that. And the nice thing about it would be you can hook up with MeBot, right? You can hook up one channel to announcements, right? So every time the channel goes live, it goes live. But if you guys look in the Discord, it says what this live notification is, right? Whatever you set the title to. So it could basically be like, hey, come check out this person. Come check out this person. Come check out this person. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But cool. All right. I mean, Black, you have any other questions
No.
for DVD? Or how about Will, do you have any additional things that you feel like you hadn't talked about or wanted to talk about?
No, not really. I mean, I feel like I kind of put it all out on the table for everybody.
Oh, for sure. No, this was a
Sorry,
this was
sorry
a
I
great.
was away for like 5 minutes. But
It's all right, man. We
I had
we
shit
went.
to deal with.
We were talking through. We were getting deep. We were getting some good conversation there, and I'm pretty sure. So, you probably caught these in the past, Will. Like, I do my best to summarize with a title. I come up with a title to post it to YouTube.
Yep,
So,
yep.
and just so you know, I usually chat the guest with what I've kind of come up with, and I've had guests chat me before I even come up with something. So if something resonates with you, like I try to keep it to, you can see 4 or 5 words, something that I can fit on the little TV screen in the little thumbnail. But I can throw something your way and you can let me know. We can alter it. I think it's going to center around that topic, right?
Yeah.
It just makes a lot of sense that people aren't alone. They can reach out to other people. They can talk about it. They can get out there. There's places and people to talk to and go to really get through it, right?
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably center this lesson around that because I think it's deep, right? It's meaningful and it helps. So I appreciate both of your time. As always, we'll stick around here for a second, but I'm just gonna close this out so I can end my stream at least. So are you streaming right now, Will, or planning to? As they're walking through. Are you streaming right now or planning to? Do you have somebody in mind that you would like us to raid?
Let's see.
He says, rat.
Let's see. So none of the people that I watch that are smaller streamers on Dead by Daylight are live right now. So we'll look for.
What's up, Hebrew?
All right. I'm gonna send the username into chat for you.
Perfect. Which one, the Dad Club or Blacks?
Dad Club.
Perfect.
It's in the general.
Oh, it's in the Discord. Black, can you copy that over and put it in the because I can't see the Discord right now. Well, actually, here. We'll raid from here.
Okay. I got it.
Do you though? Do you have it?
Yeah, I'm just pulling up your Twitch so I can send it to you.
You didn't have it up? Jacomba. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so. I'm not too sure.
We're gonna.
That
He's playing Dead by Daylight. Nice way to wrap this all up. I'm gonna hit him with the follow. We're gonna let the ad go away, and then I will send them over that way. So this was awesome. we'll wrap this up. I'll get it posted to YouTube early next week. Will, you have a great birthday tomorrow. Enjoy the time with the family, whatever you guys might do. I look forward to hopefully having a reunion tour of the military guys. I think that probably makes a lot of sense. That'd be a lot of fun. So, Will, it was great meeting you. Thanks a lot. We're going to roll them over to Jacombo for some Dead by Daylight.